Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Kelly Rock, and I am your instructor for Nursing 495, the population focused nursing practicum for the fall 2018 semester. I am recording this tutorial in hopes that it will be helpful to you so that you can become a little bit more familiar with the different components of the course, so that you feel a little bit more comfortable in navigating the course, and to try to make sure that you have a very clear understanding of the expectations of the course. The first thing that I would like to just briefly go through is how to navigate the Canvas course. As many of you know, we went through a fairly large transition from using the Blackboard learning management system to now using Canvas. The student feedback that we have gotten so far has been extremely positive. Students tend to really like the Canvas course, and they feel that it's a lot less bulky and just more intuitive. And I hope your experience is positive also. You will notice that there are a number of tabs that you will see as a student. I'm currently in the student view, so I am able to see exactly what you see. I think that you'll find a lot of information that I will be showing you is somewhat repetitive, and I do apologize if it comes across that way. I suppose that we just want to make sure that we are very clear in providing you the information that you'll need. So this is the home page. You will see just a basic overview of how to get started. These are quick links to different parts of the Canvas course. Our required class materials are here, including your textbook, the APA manual. This is the link to Castle Branch. Most of you have accounts. Some of you do not. If you do not, this is a quick link. And then this is a link to Project Concert. That's something that I will be going over, and I apologize for this spacing. There are some other quick links down here if you're needing some help with Canvas, if you need to install Microsoft Office products or other FSU resources, those are here also. Let me go back up here. So again, most of you already have your Castle Branch accounts, but for those that do not, Castle Branch is a repository where you will upload documents that are required that are health related. You just need to click on this link and you will be taken to this web page. And if you don't already have an account, you can place your order by clicking on this button, paying the fee, and then you will be prompted to upload all of your documents. Project Concert is a newer application that we are using. It has a lot of different functions and it does a lot of different things. But you don't need to know most of what it does. All you need to know is how it applies to this course. So if you click on this link, you will be taken to this page. If you don't already have an account, it will ask you to create an account and pay your fee. This is something that you will use in all of your other classes, and this is something that will be made available to you indefinitely after graduation. But we are currently using Project Concert in 495 so that you can log your hours and so that you can complete your journal entries that are required for every week that you do complete hours in 495. I will ask you to take some time to review the different documents that we have available here. So there's a student user guide, PowerPoint, and PDF, and then the student clinical experience video. I will ask you to take some time to review those documents in their entirety. It's important that you understand how to use Project Concert. for those two functions, logging your hours and completing your journal entries. You don't need to look at the preceptor or the faculty user guides. That is not pertinent to you. If your preceptor has a question about using Project Concert to verify your hours, you can certainly refer them to me, and I would be happy to answer their questions. They have been given their own set of instructions from Project Concert. But please be aware that this is an expectation of the course. So review the materials, and if you have questions about how to use this feature, do not wait. Please ask me as questions arise. All right. So let me go ahead and show you some additional tabs and what is located under additional tabs here. We have the announcements tab, and as of right now, there is only one course announcement. I will make announcements if I need to make changes to the syllabus or need to get a message out to all of you. That is how I will be communicating for the most part. Of course, the syllabus is the most important document in any course. It's essentially a contract between me as the instructor and you as the student enrolled in the course. I will be abiding by the course policies and everything that is in the syllabus. And again, if I need to make any changes, I will make those in writing via the announcements tab in Canvas. I will warn you that the syllabus is 24 pages in length. Because this is a practicum course, there are a lot of additional expectations and policies and procedures because it will be involving direct patient care or direct contact with individuals in the community. So that accounts for the lengthiness of the syllabus. In order to download it, you just click on it, or you can preview the document using this feature. This tutorial would be very long if I read the syllabus to you, and you're capable of doing that on your own. All of my contact information is located here on the first page. You will see a catalog and a course description, course goals, and all the perfunctory mandatory elements of all syllabi at Frostburg State University. All of those links to Castle Branch and again to Project Concert are located in your syllabus as well. You'll see mandatory statements. I do want to call your attention to the student civility statement. I would encourage you to make sure that you understand that statement and that you ask any questions if you have them. There's a note here about academic dishonesty in our code of conduct that again you must be familiar with. Just one statement about attendance policies. This course is offered online, but it is recommended that you're checking into your Frostburg course and your email account a minimum of 2 to 3 times per week, but we certainly recommend checking in once a day, Monday through Friday, in order to stay current. Your grading scale for this course is located on page 6, and I will again emphasize the importance of understanding how you will be graded in the clinical practicum and asking any questions that you have. Further down the syllabus on page 7, we see the outline and the schedule of how the fall semester will progress. The first column indicates the module and the dates. The second column focuses on the topics. Third column is your assigned readings and other activities for that module. And then the fourth column are due dates, and they are always going to be Fridays at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will always be the final Friday of the module. Do ask any questions that you have. Starting on page 10, we have parsed out the course requirements. All of you are probably very tired of getting reminder emails from me. I've been sending them out since the middle of July regarding the documents that are required before I can clear you to begin your clinical hours. I do apologize for the frequency, but I always want to make sure that students know where they stand. I also sent out a video tutorial with that first email back in the middle of July. So you do have to have your Nursing 495 proposal form. We have to have a clinical contract with that site. We do need your preceptor packet on file as well. All of the Castle Branch requirements need to be uploaded before you can begin clinical. Your goals and objectives assignment is due within 3 weeks after you have been cleared to begin your clinical. I apologize. So you will have 3 weeks from the start of the semester if you've already been cleared to begin on day 1. If you haven't, then it will just be delayed based on when you are cleared. So please do take time to look through the clinical requirements. There are 2 quizzes that are due. They are not intensive by any means, multiple choice exams, and you do have an educational presentation that is due, so on and so forth. Again, I don't want to read this to you. You can read this for yourself. Very detailed information about the assignments is available here. We have a grading rubric for that particular assignment. And on it goes. We have a grading rubric for the clinical weekly journals and logs. We have a rubric and detailed information on your educational presentation for the quizzes. And then the rest of the syllabus is all dedicated to the clinical practicum and how your hours are completed. Again, take time to review the syllabus in its entirety. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I'm happy to answer those. If you go all the way to the end of the syllabus, you'll see the Getting Help section. Again, my contact information is listed there. I am available by email, by phone, or we could certainly meet via video conference within Canvas. The choice is up to you. Just keep me informed of how I can be of assistance to you. So that is what the syllabus tab looks like, and that's how to navigate that document. You can progress through this course via the Modules tab. You will see a Getting Started tab, and if you are not familiar with Canvas, if you've not gone through the student orientation, I would encourage you to do that. I will call your attention to this questions and answers button. If you have a general course question, chances are somebody else in the course also has the same question. So in an online course, we prefer and we do ask that students ask questions via this medium. This will prevent me from getting 50 emails from 50 students asking me the same question. It really helps us to use our time very efficiently and to communicate clearly and transparently with an entire group of students. So when you have a question, you type it in here, and then when I or one of the other students have an answer, we will also just click on the next reply button. I will also encourage you to subscribe to this forum. As your instructor, I am subscribed, which means I will get an email notification every time a question is asked, and then I'll get an email notification every time an answer is provided. That prevents me from having to go into this 3 times a day just to check and see if someone has written anything. It just alerts me to go in and address a question that's been asked. Going back to the Modules tab, you'll see a Resources module. I don't think that you're going to need to use the library for much in this course. You may, and if you do, then you can click on the library resources and take a look at some of the tutorial videos. We have a Writing Resources tab and an APA Resources tab as well. Here is the Clinical Experience Guidelines Preceptor Packet available for you, Preceptor Qualification Form, the proposed agency and preceptor contact information form also, if you haven't already submitted them. Then we actually move into the modules, and you can navigate through those by simply clicking on Module 1, for example. Every module looks the same. We identify an overview or summary, the course objectives, the learning objectives, the modular learning objectives, and the activities. And then you can navigate through each module by clicking Next. If you have questions about how to navigate through Canvas and you can't find the answer, you can also call our help desk, which is available to students, even distance students, and that number is 301-687-7777. And again, you'll see all of the information that you need located here. You'll see where Quiz 1 is located, Quiz 2 is located, a link for the educational presentation, all there. Now, if you just wanted to see the assignments by themselves without any of the additional information, you can click on the Assignments button, and there they are in that format if you prefer. Again, with quizzes, if you just wanted to see the quizzes, you can click on that button and see Quiz 1 and Quiz 2. If you wanted to see the discussion board by itself, you can also click on that button. And here we are. This is the Introductions discussion board, which you'll be doing right away when the course opens. And then there's that questions and answers forum right there. Okay, this next button here is the Grades button, and this is an important feature for you to be able to use. Right here, you will see the different assignments, the points that are available, and your score will be tallied in this column right here. Because I am an instructor in the student view, and I am the test student, I'm able to see exactly what you will see when you click on the Grades button. It is really important for me to reiterate to you that unless you see a green check mark in this for this requirement, for this requirement, you may not begin your clinical hours. So please, even if it's the first day of the semester, but you have one element missing and you don't see a check mark here, you cannot begin. That would be a significant problem if you did and cause a lot of liability concerns. So please only begin your clinical hours if you see a green check mark in the permission to start clinical box. I also do just want to reiterate that it can be a very busy course and things can be a little bit confusing. If you have questions, reach out sooner rather than later so that I can assist you in whatever it is that you need. If you wait until the last minute or you wait until 4 weeks into the semester or midterm, it's quite difficult at that point to get you the help that you need in order to complete the course successfully. So do not hesitate to reach out sooner rather than later. I also did want to call your attention to this document, which is located in the Nursing Student Resource Center. This is a smart art chart of how you can complete your 135 total hours for the semester. Some of you opted to complete up to 30 preclinical hours. And there were rules and regulations and policies and procedures for that. But for those of you that did take advantage of that option, it starts there. You also have an option of completing the Maryland Response Program. Again, that information was also available to you in the Nursing Student Resource Center. If you're still interested, you can take advantage of earning 35 hours towards the total 135 hours at this website. And when you complete the program, you will be given a certificate. You will send that certificate electronically to me, and you will get credited for 35 hours. You must complete the educational presentation as a part of the requirements for this course, and that is worth 20 hours. So that's a huge chunk. And that would leave you, if you did opt to complete all of these hours, that would leave you with only 85 hours left to complete at your site. Some of you also opted for the Dominican Republic service learning opportunity last semester in the summer. And if you completed that, that is also calculated in these hours. So again, the way that every student completes the hours is going to look a little bit different, and trying for me to keep track of every one of you is challenging. So it's important that you keep track of these hours additionally, because if there's a question, I'm going to need to come back to you to get some clarification on how you met that 135 practicum hour requirement. So thank you in advance for your patience. I think what I'd like to end with is just emphasizing the importance of reading your syllabus and understanding your syllabus. I understand that it's 24 pages in length and that it's extremely detailed and somewhat boring, but it contains truly everything that you will need to know in order to successfully pass this course. A common issue that I have in every semester are clinical journal entries. So let me just say one word about that. When you write your journal entry, it's not just about what you did in clinical. It's not just about actions or the nursing process or something along that line. When you are writing your journal entries, what you're going to want to do is use your textbook as an anchor. You're going to want to tie your clinical experience in with the assigned chapters that you were assigned for that particular module. And you're going to want to basically choose 3 key points to really focus in on. So again, it's kind of a weaving together the assigned readings and your clinical experience to show that you see the connection and that you're applying the information that you are learning about. There may be some weeks where this may be challenging and you might need to jump to another chapter. that you weren't assigned for that week. And if that is necessary and appropriate, then that's acceptable. But do your best to stick with the assigned chapters in any given clinical entry. That will be very important. Another common issue that I run into every semester is when you complete your Maryland Responds, for example, or you complete your teaching project, that information also needs to be incorporated into the journal entry, not just the hours log entry. So again, tying that in with your assigned readings is going to be very important in order to pass that journal entry. If you don't do that, I'll send it back to you and ask you to redo the journal entry. So if you know right off the bat what's expected, you can avoid problems down the road. And I think that really is about all I want to tell you. I'm sure you all have questions, and again, if you do, and if you think they are general course questions and appropriate for the whole class, I would encourage you to ask them on the Q&A discussion board. Please subscribe to that forum, and best wishes for a wonderful 2018 semester.